Right at the start, let's get something clear. If you came here trying to figure out which fuel injector cleaner will actually fix rough idling, poor mileage, or that annoying hesitation in your Volkswagen, you're in the right place. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what works, what doesn't, and more importantly, what could quietly wreck your engine if you get it wrong. Because here's the uncomfortable truth most people don't realize until it's too late: choosing the wrong fuel additive isn't just a waste of money, it can actively make your problem worse. Your Volkswagen isn't just another car. The engine inside it is built with extremely tight tolerances, the kind where even microscopic changes in fuel delivery can throw everything off. And nowhere is that precision more critical than in the fuel injectors. These tiny components are responsible for delivering the exact amount of fuel into each cylinder under very high pressure in a precise spray pattern that ensures proper combustion. When everything is clean and functioning the way it should, the result is smooth acceleration, efficient fuel use, and that refined driving feel VW is known for. But once deposits start building up, and they always do over time, things begin to change. The spray pattern becomes uneven, fuel flow gets restricted, and combustion becomes inconsistent. You might first notice a slight drop in fuel economy, then maybe a hesitation when accelerating. Eventually, it can lead to rough idling, misfires, and even warning lights on your dashboard. At that point, most people do the obvious thing. They grab a bottle of fuel injector cleaner and pour it into the tank, expecting an easy fix. And that's where the mistake usually happens. Not all fuel injector cleaners are created equal. In fact, some of the most commonly available ones are either completely ineffective for Volkswagen engines or actually harmful in the long run. So before you pour anything into your fuel tank, it's worth understanding exactly what to avoid. The first category to stay away from is generic store brand injector cleaners. You've probably seen them sitting on the lower shelves with price tags that seem almost suspiciously cheap. That's because they are. These products typically contain very low concentrations of actual cleaning agents, often diluted to the point where they barely do anything. What you're mostly getting is a basic solvent with minimal active chemistry. For a Volkswagen engine, especially those running high-pressure systems like TSI or TFSI, that kind of weak formulation simply isn't enough to make a difference. And over time, the solvents used in these cheaper products can even start to wear down seals in older systems. Then there's the second trap: cleaners designed primarily for large American V8 engines. These products are often heavily marketed and easy to recognize, which is exactly why so many VW owners end up buying them. But the problem is, they're formulated for completely different engine designs. Larger engines with lower pressure systems and bigger injectors can tolerate much more aggressive chemistry. Your Volkswagen cannot. Using these in a smaller, high-pressure European engine is like using industrial-grade chemicals on something delicate. It's simply not what the system was designed for. Another group to avoid is alcohol-based fuel treatments. Some older formulations rely heavily on alcohol as both a solvent and cleaning agent. While that might have worked in older engines, modern Volkswagen fuel systems are far more sensitive. Excess alcohol can interfere with fuel pressure readings, affect combustion characteristics, and even damage certain materials in the system. And despite what the label might suggest, alcohol does very little to remove the kind of carbon buildup that actually causes problems in direct injection engines. There's also a surprisingly overlooked category: products originally designed for two-stroke engines that somehow ended up being marketed more broadly. These are especially problematic because they contain lubricating oils and additives meant for entirely different engine types. In a Volkswagen, they don't just fail to clean anything, they can actually leave behind residue that worsens injector performance, fouls spark plugs, and contaminates sensors. A similar mistake happens when diesel injector cleaners are used in petrol engines. If you've owned both types of vehicles, it's an easy mix-up to make, but diesel and petrol systems operate very differently, and the additives designed for one won't work for the other. In fact, diesel cleaners often include compounds that can leave unwanted films inside petrol systems, doing more harm than good. Then there are products containing naphthalene. This is a chemical that was more common in older formulations, but still shows up in some additives today. The issue is that it can be quite harsh on the materials used in modern V-Wool fuel systems. Over time, it can cause seals to degrade, leading to leaks, rough running, and difficult starts. Mint-containing additives are another major red flag. While they're often marketed as octane boosters, they can leave behind deposits that interfere with oxygen sensors and spark plugs. Since your engine relies heavily on accurate sensor feedback to maintain the correct air-fuel mixture, anything that disrupts that balance can lead to bigger problems down the line. Even some high-quality products can become problematic if used incorrectly. Concentrated formulas, for example, are designed to be diluted properly. Using them at full strength can overwhelm the system, dislodge too much debris at once, and clog filters or injectors. It's a case where more definitely does not mean better. And finally, there are octane boosters disguised as injector cleaners. These are perhaps the most misleading of all. They might improve performance slightly by increasing octane levels, but they do absolutely nothing to clean injectors or remove carbon buildup. If you're expecting cleaning results from these, you'll be disappointed every time. Now, after all that, here's the part that actually matters: what works. There are a handful of products that consistently deliver real results, and they all share one key ingredient: a strong concentration of P, which is the compound that actually breaks down carbon deposits effectively. One of the most trusted options is Liqui Moly Jectron. It's specifically designed for European engines and works exceptionally well with Volkswagen systems. It not only cleans injectors but also helps restore proper spray patterns and improves combustion efficiency. Another highly regarded option is BG44K. This one has built a reputation among professional mechanics for a reason. It's powerful, effective, and particularly good at dealing with stubborn deposits in direct injection engines. Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus is also a solid choice. It's widely available, reasonably priced, and backed by years of proven performance. It strikes a good balance between strength and safety, making it suitable for regular maintenance. Win's Injector Cleaner is another product that performs well, especially in European vehicles. It's designed to target the areas where deposits tend to build up in VW engines, helping to smooth out performance issues. Redline SI1 takes things a step further by offering a more comprehensive cleaning approach. It doesn't just focus on injectors, but also works on intake valves and combustion chamber surfaces, making it especially useful for engines prone to carbon buildup. And finally, Liqui Moly Pro Line Injector Cleaner is the more intensive option. If your engine is already showing noticeable symptoms, this is the one that can deliver a deeper clean and help restore performance more aggressively. At the end of the day, your Volkswagen's fuel system is too precise and too expensive to take chances with. The right cleaner can extend the life of your injectors, improve performance, and save you from costly repairs. The wrong one can quietly cause damage that you won't notice until it's too late. Have you ever poured a fuel injector cleaner into your Volkswagen, expecting smoother acceleration, better mileage, and a healthier engine, only to notice absolutely nothing? Or worse, the car starts idling rough, throwing a check engine light, or feeling sluggish? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. The truth is, not every fuel injector cleaner is safe for Volkswagen engines. In fact, some products can be completely ineffective, while others may actually do more harm than good, especially in modern VW engines like the TFSI, and turbocharged direct injection models. Today, we're exposing 9 fuel injector cleaners you should never use in your Volkswagen, and more importantly, we'll reveal 6 that actually work and are trusted by mechanics. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more car-saving tips, because this video could save you hundreds in repair bills. Let's get started. First, why Volkswagen engines are different. Before naming the products, you need to understand why Volkswagen engines are a special case. Many Volkswagen vehicles like the Jetta, Passat, Golf, Tiguan, and Atlas use highly sensitive fuel systems. Modern VW engines often rely on direct fuel injection, where fuel is sprayed at extremely high pressure directly into the combustion chamber. This system offers better performance and fuel economy, but it also means the injectors are far more sensitive to chemical additives. A cleaner that works fine in an older naturally aspirated engine may not be suitable for a modern Volkswagen turbo engine. Cheap cleaners with weak detergents or harsh solvents can cause issues like rough idle, hesitation during acceleration, carbon buildup, injector clogging, damage to seals and fuel system components. That's why choosing the right product matters. So next time you're standing in the aisle looking at rows of fuel additives, remember this: ignore the marketing, check the ingredients, and focus on what actually works. Because when it comes to maintaining your engine, a little knowledge goes a long way. Goes a long way.